meters as well. So roughly it is 135.8 kilometers which is being laid out at a cost of 423 crore rupees. Apart from which we are also looking at these integral aspects where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be inaugurating, laying the foundation stone for the Mysore-Kushal Nagar highway as well, because this is a 4-lane expressway which will again be built in the next 4 years at a cost of 4,200 crore rupees, which will develop interconnectivity between Mysore and Kushal Nagar and would go on to boost the economic prospects as here. And also looking at how the politics is out here in Mandya, we are looking at 7 assembly segments, out of which one of them belongs to the BJP as of now, with Narayan Gowda representing the BJP from the KR-Pete assembly constituency. But apart from which, all of them are the stronghold of the JDS, with the 6 other assembly constituency belonging to the JDS as well. So this time around, Home Minister Amit Shah had made the statement as well, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi going across, putting his vision forward, stating that we are here to stay and we will go on and make inroads in Mandya as well, because the old Mysuru region definitely goes on and holds holds the key prospects majorly for the BJP over here as well. And this time around, the BJP is trying to break loose and definitely going on to gain inroads here.
A little more about these projects that are set to be inaugurated, which includes the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway as well as the Mysuru-Kushal Nagar 4-lane highway, which we understand is built at a cost of more than 4,000 crore rupees.
Absolutely. As of now, Samiksha, 8,400 crore rupees for the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway. The Mysore-Kushal Nagar highway will cost around 4,200 crore rupees. Apart from which, he will also go on to inaugurate the Jal Jeevan mission, which will go on and provide water to 62 lakh households over here, meaning to say that they are going to cover 47% of the households drinking water facility at their doorstep through the pipeline projects as well. Apart from which, after he will be leaving Mysore and will be heading to the twin cities of Hubballi, Dharwad, where he will be inaugurating the longest platform in the entire country, which is at the Hubballi railway station, after which he will be heading to Dharwad, where he will also go on to inaugurate the Dharwad IIT2, and this is the phase 1 of the project as well, where we are looking at enrollments between 500 to 700 students every year too. So this is very integral, looking at Prime Minister Narendra Modi stating that job opportunities will be created everywhere, and also education opportunities will be given equally, not only to the people in Bengaluru, but also out here in the rural, in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities as well. So this is BJP is a very important connect as well, to make sure that they go on and bridge the urban and rural divide as well. So developmental projects worth 17,000 crore rupees will be launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi overall today in his visit to Karnataka.
All right, Prajwal, stay with us. Let's quickly take a look at this report on the projects that are all set to be unveiled by the Prime Minister today.
Prime Minister Modi is all set to kickstart his 6th visit to pole-bound Karnataka. And in mega infra push to the state, the stage is all set for the inauguration of the plethora of projects. Beginning his visit from Mandya, the Prime Minister will first lay the foundation stones of various road projects. Moving ahead in this endeavour, Prime Minister Modi will dedicate the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway to the nation. Prime Minister Modi will also lay the foundation stone of Mysuru-Kushal Nagar 4-lane highway, which will be developed at a cost of around Rs 4,130 crores and will help reduce the travel time from about 5 to only 2.5 hours. Thereafter, at around 3:15 p.m., he will head towards Hubballi, Dharwad. In Hubballi, he will dedicate IIT Dharwad to the nation. The Prime Minister will also dedicate to the nation the longest railway platform in the world. Prime Minister's presence in Mandya marks significance, as it has traditionally been a JDS bastion. The BJP made inroads into this district by winning 1 seat during the 2019 by-polls. And it remains to be seen if BJP could manage to bring its wave in this region. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A quick roundup of all the top stories in brief. The stage is set for the inauguration of the Bengaluru-Mysuru highway as Prime Minister Modi embarks on his 6th visit to Polban, Karnataka today. The Prime Minister would lay foundation stones for key projects and also inaugurate the expressway in Mandya and Hubballi-Dharwad worth more than 16,000 crore rupees. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who is scheduled to attend the 54th annual Raising Day celebrations of Central Industrial Security Force, arrived in the city on late Saturday evening. The event is being held at the National Industrial Security Academy in Telangana. Union Home Minister Amit Shah would be visiting Kerala today, during which he would address a rally besides attending other programs. According to officials, Amit Shah would also visit Thrissur in the afternoon before offering prayers at the temple in the town. The RSS would hold its national executive meet in Panipat district of Haryana starting 12th of March, which is today, till the 14th. The BJP chief JP Nadda and party's national general secretary would be participating in this meeting. The Enforcement Directorate on Saturday summoned senior NCP leader and MLA Hassan Mushrif for questioning in a money laundering probe being conducted against him and others. Meanwhile, in news from Lucknow, where a miscreant was allegedly shot in the leg and his other associates were injured in a brief late-night encounter with police in UP's Mainpuri area. According to police superintendent, 2 motorcycles, illegal arms, cartridges and some jewellery were recovered from the miscreants. BRS MLC and Telangana Chief Minister's daughter K. Kavita was questioned for over approximately 9 hours by the Enforcement Directorate. She has been summoned again on 16th of March. An incident of stone pelting on Vande Bharat Express was reported from West Bengal's Murshidabad area. The Eastern Railways said in a statement that the incident was reported to have taken place in Murshidabad district of Bengal late evening on Saturday. Meanwhile, M. Sivasankar, the former Principal Secretary of the Kerala Chief Minister, was on Saturday night admitted at a government medical hospital after he complained of uneasiness. Sources say that he's been arrested by the ED, which is probing an alleged violation of Foreign Contribution Act in Life Mission. Sivasankar, remember, was remanded to judicial custody till 21st of March. Meanwhile, an incident of stone pelt. Meanwhile, in news from Punjab, where Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has accused the BJP of not being a well-wisher of the state, claiming that the state did not find a mention in the union budget and that the centre had imposed a rail route condition for transporting coal to the power plant, further adding that if the BJP really has some fondness for the state, then why is it that Punjab was not even mentioned in the union budget? Alright, in news that's just coming in from Bengal, where another incident of stone pelting has been reported. This on the Vande Bharat Express that was attacked. We're given to understand that several panel coaches of the high-speed train were damaged in this attack, which happened in the Murshidabad district of Bengal. The visuals there on your screens of the attack on the Vande Bharat Express in the Faraka area of Murshidabad district. We are yet to know more details as to who could be behind this. The probe, of course, has been initiated. We'll go across to Kishle as well from the Bangla newsroom to get more details. All right, Kishle is joining us live. Kishle, if you can give us more details, when did this incident happen? And also the fact that this is not the first incident to have happened, the attack on Vande Bharat Express in West Bengal.
Well, Samiksha, exactly. This incident happened yesterday around 7 p.m. in the evening when this particular train, Vande Bharat train, was coming from New Jalpaiguri to Howrah. And when it was coming, it was crossing Farakka Bridge. It was near the area of Farakka Bridge in Murshidabad district, as you rightly pointed out. There was this particular stone pelting which happened, and the passengers in that particular coach, C13 coach, explained later on to the media that how they were really scared when multiple stones were being hurled, were being pelted at that particular coach. And we can also see how the glass has been shattered, broken off that particular window of C13 coach. As we were speaking to the CPRO of Eastern Railway, Kaushik Mitra, he also stated that this particular incident is very unfortunate and they are taking an inquiry. They will be inquiring about it, and they will find out who exactly was connected to this particular incident. As you know, this is not the first time, probably the fourth time that stones are being pelted on Vande Bharat. There has been political turmoil as well, debates about this after the Prime Minister inaugurated Vande Bharat Express from New Jalpaiguri to Howrah. This is the fourth time when this happened, and now we can see that the shattered glasses and windows clearly state how this has been done by miscreants multiple times now. Samiksha.
Yes, Kishne, just a follow-up question. You know, like you're telling us, this is not a one-of-a-kind incident. There have been incidents in the past as well when the Vande Bharat Express has been attacked. Help us understand the kind of action or the probe that's been initiated by the West Bengal police into the previous incidents that have happened in the state.
Well, Samiksha, the previous incidents which happened multiple times, one happened near New Jalpaiguri, one happened near the car shed in Howrah, one happened near Birbhum, and now we can see the same thing happening in Murshidabad, Farakka. The West Bengal police previously stated that they were inquiring who is doing this, who is behind these stone pelting incidents, but nothing has come out yet. No advancement, no development of those inquiries have been found, and we are still trying to understand from the police that what exactly happened to the past inquiries, past investigations, as more and more incidents keep on happening. Yesterday 7 p.m. the same incident happened near the Farakka Bridge in Murshidabad, where multiple stones were being pelted. The passengers, they are really scared, as you can clearly understand. If you're inside a train and multiple stones coming towards you, the glass being shattered, it's a very scary experience for the passengers as well. So they are also asking for more security when they're traveling in this particular train. Samiksha.
All right, Kishle, thank you for the moment. So Kishle, they're getting us details of the attack on the Vande Bharat Express in Murshidabad late last evening. 2 deaths, over 400 cases reported. Big alarm over H3N2 influenza. An Australian Prime Minister assures action, says will not tolerate temple attacks.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is an understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो.
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम.
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स.
बिल्कुल. आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट is in command of you. आपके पास गन है, but आप किसी civilian को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना. You have to control that. That
Correct.
control comes from the mind and from the training. So that जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं force continuum.
Yes.
किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से. I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. शाओलिन कितना टफ था?
सर बहुत टफ था. वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज. हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था, 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में, एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल. देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर, और हमारी टांगें ऐसी हिल रही होती थी, एंड each and every part of my body was paining. It was crying. Muscles were sore. मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं.
And in news from France, where opponents of French President Emmanuel Macron's plan to raise the retirement age from 62 earlier to 64 now, they've staged new rounds of protests to try to push the new government to withdraw the unpopular plan.
Opponents of French President Emmanuel Macron's plan to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64 has triggered a new round of protests. Protests were raised to push the government to withdraw the unpopular plan. The nationwide marches, the second round of protests in 4 days and the 7th since January, were bolstered by ongoing strikes in key sectors from energy to transport and garbage workers. Uncollected trash piled up in Paris and other cities. Police clashed with troublemakers in several cities, notably in Paris. The protest marches coincided with debate on the government's pension reform bill in the Senate. Meanwhile, opposition is hopeful of forcing Macron back down as Parliament is set to debate the draft law, with the National Assembly and the Senate moving towards a final vote this month. Agency report, Republic TV.
And news and brief from across the globe. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan would be leading the PTI election rally in Lahore. Following the announcement, Section 144 has been imposed in Lahore to avoid any untoward incident. Pakistan's oil reserves are running low and the petroleum it purchases is being smuggled into Afghanistan despite the fact that its informal trade in oil with Iran, another neighbor, is booming. A blazing fire on Saturday night engulfed a 16-story building in Karachi's region. More than 12 fire tenders were present to douse the flames, while several water tankers and 2 water browsers were present to meet the demand for water. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation seized the assets of Silicon Valley Bank on Friday, marking the largest bank failure since Washington Mutual during the height of the 2008 financial crisis. And as regulators rush to seize the assets of one of Silicon Valley's top banks, marking the largest failure of a US financial institution since the 2008 financial crisis, tech startups are now facing serious financial trouble after the failure of Silicon Valley Bank, which has been the nation's 16th largest. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned that the implosion of Silicon Valley Bank, second largest bank failure in US history, has created a deep crisis in the technology industry. Netanyahu said that he's been in touch with senior Israeli tech figures following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank in the US. In dock for Liquorgate, K. Kavita quizzed for 9 hours and summoned again on 16th of March. Land for job scandal explodes, over 70 lakh cash and gold jewelry seized in the raids.
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS Sun is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस, किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन
कल साहब तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी
अच्छा
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ they get the best, I have no problem.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना, यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today.
Top headlines at 9:30 in dock for Liquorgate. K. Kavita quizzed for 9 hours and summoned again on 16th of March. Land for job scandal explodes, over 70 lakh cash and gold jewelry seized in ED raids. Prime Minister Modi on a visit to Karnataka set to inaugurate plethora of projects. Two deaths, over 400 cases reported, big alarm over H3N2 influenza. Australian Prime Minister assures action, says will not tolerate temple attacks. A very good morning. Thanks for tuning in. This Sunday morning, we are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. We start with the news break coming in on a misbehavior that's been reported on a flight. This is London to Mumbai flight, where we're given to understand a US citizen who's been identified as well as Ramakant was allegedly smoking in the bathroom and misbehaving with the co-passengers as well. Now, this is an incident which happened on an Air India London to Mumbai flight on 11th of March. As per the Mumbai police, a case has also been registered under relevant sections. We're also given to understand that the accused also tried opening the doors of the plane. So, an incident that happened on the Air India London to Mumbai flight, where a passenger, a 37-year-old man identified as Ramakant, a US citizen, was found smoking. Not just this, he even tried opening the doors of the plane and even misbehaved with the co-passengers. We'll try and go across to Sandeep as well to get us more details, but the details that are just trickling in that a case has been registered against the accused under sections including 21, 22 and 25 of the Aircraft Act. All right, let's go across to Sandeep for more details on that. Sandeep, if you could give us more details on this passenger who we understand not just was found smoking but also misbehaved with the co-passengers in this aircraft.
Yes, Samiksha, on 11th of March, there was a London to Mumbai bound flight wherein Ratnakar Dwivedi, the accused who's been named in this FIR, was in fact smoking e-cigarette inside the lavatory of the flight, and in fact an alarm was raised ultimately, and when the cabin crew asked the accused to not to do that, he was in fact he started misbehaving in the flight, and in fact he was having several reasons, and in fact he was troubling the cabin crews. He in fact also went to the mid section of the aircraft and tried opening the door of the aircraft as well, following which he was asked to change his place and given a separate seat as well, but he was not understanding and not listening to the crew members, and following which when the flight landed, in fact a formal complaint was lodged at Mumbai Sahar police station, and in fact a case has been registered against the US citizen Ratnakar Dwivedi under the Indian IPC Act, that is 336, and also Aircraft Act 21, 22 and 25. So as far as this case is concerned, a case has been registered and an investigation is underway in this case.
All right, Sandeep, thank you for getting us those details. So Sandeep getting us that news break of a passenger who was found smoking in this London to Mumbai flight. Not just this, he was also found misbehaving with the co-passengers and even tried opening the door of the plane. All right, to more news break coming in, this one from Telangana, where even as the probe continues against the BRS MLC and daughter of the Telangana Chief Minister K. Kavita in the Delhi liquor case, another poster featuring leaders who joined BJP recently from other parties was seen in Hyderabad. This, of course, as Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in Hyderabad attending the CISF Racing Day event in the city today. So the poster war that continues in Telangana amid the widening probe into the liquor gate. Latest, we are given to understand that another such poster has surfaced in the city which has posters of the turncoats who recently joined the BJP from other parties. We'll try and go across to Aneri as well for more details. Well, Aneri is joining us for more. Aneri, yet another poster that has surfaced in Hyderabad, and this, of course, on the day when Union Home Minister is in the city.
Well, that's right, Samiksha. We have been seeing how there has been a massive face-off between BRS and BJP after the BRS leader K. Kavita was issued summons, and she had appeared before the enforcement directorate in connection with the liquor scam. But now, today, when Union Home Minister Amit Shah is here in Hyderabad to attend the CISF parade, we see that the BRS followers had erected a poster of several leaders joining into the BJP, as the BRS has been calling it as washing powder Nirma, that once they are in other parties, they were facing probes, and after they joined BJP, they don't face any sort of protest. This is what the message they are trying to give out through these posters, because yesterday also when K. Kavita was to attend the ED summit, there were many such posters which had been put up by the BRS followers across the city, and today once again we see that as Amit Shah is here in Hyderabad, such posters have once again been erected by the BRS leaders in the city.
Yes, Aneri, just a follow-up question. After the remarks that were made by Bandi Sanjay yesterday against K. Kavita, any reaction that's come in from Bandi Sanjay as of yet, or to retract his earlier statement against the BRS MLC?
Well, Samiksha, what we have been seeing is that after the statement which went viral and also was taken up was made an issue by the BRS leaders, we see that there was a statement which was issued by Bandi Sanjay where he had stated that they are trying to take his statement and trying to loan out. The statement was taken blown out of proportion, and that is a very common phrase which is used in Telugu language. However, now also, Samiksha, what we are learning is that after BRS leaders filed complaints in various police stations yesterday against Bandi Sanjay, we see that the police officials have now booked a case against BJP state president Bandi Sanjay.
Aneri, yes.
And find out 9 of ITC.
Just hold your thoughts. I'll just come back to you. Let's go across to Telangana. BJP leader Krishna Sagar Rao also joining us. Mr. Rao, the poster war is one part of all that's been happening in the state. But talking about the remarks that were earlier made by Bandi Sanjay, would the party condemn the remarks that were made by the BJP leader against the BRS leader?
See, the remark was not made with any intention to insult. It was a general phrase used in Telugu. It has been used callously, and certainly, I mean, if it has offended Mrs. Kavita, from the party's end, we won't go back to apologize. But that issue is very peripheral and trivial in terms of the posters you're talking about, because they're operating on triviality. See, if people come to our party and join our party because they like the ideology of the party, think that their cases will overnight disappear, is imagination, is a figment of their imagination, and it is a fictitious story which is being propagated. Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't save any corrupt leaders, whether they're within or outside our party.
But just a follow-up question, would you believe that the leader Bandi Sanjay could have been more subtle in the remarks he made against K. Kavita?
See, any leader who has a larger responsibility should certainly be responsible when they speak. And Bharatiya Janata Party is a kind of party which doesn't attack individuals, leave alone women. And, there are issues which we need to discuss and we need to attack for the purpose of the people's interest. We would do that as an opposition party, but we never intend to hurt sentiments or abuse women or abuse opposition leaders. That is not our culture. Bharatiya Janata Party is a mature national party. We don't indulge in that kind of epithets.
All right, thank you for speaking to us. So, Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP speaking on the poster war that has surfaced in Telangana, and of course the remarks that were earlier made by Bandi Sanjay against the daughter of the Chief Minister of the state. Remember, visuals also surfaced of the protests that following those remarks that were made by the BJP leader.
A late-night encounter broke out between miscreants and police in Uttar Pradesh's Mainpuri. According to the police officials, the accused were involved in multiple incidents of thefts in various districts of the state. The police and the local administration swung into action after they got inputs about the presence of the miscreants in the area. Notably, SP Vinod Kumar and ASP Rajesh Kumar reached the spot of the encounter after getting the information. Post-encounter, the rest of the miscreants identified as Muhammad Hussain, Johnny alias Rishabh, Kalam and Abhay have been arrested.
यहाँ पर मौके से 2 मोटरसाइकिल बरामद हुई है, 5 से अवैध असलहे बरामद हुए हैं, भारी मात्रा में कारतूस बरामद हुए हैं। इसके अलावा इन्होंने इनके कब्जे से कुछ ज्वेलरी मिली है।
Meanwhile, the injured accused has been admitted to the hospital. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And news are just coming in from the national capital, where Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has called for an all-party meeting today. The meeting has been called just before the commencement of the second phase of the budget session of the Parliament. So, of course, a key meeting there that would be chaired by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. An all-party meet that's been called by Jagdeep Dhankar ahead of the second phase of the budget session of Parliament. Let's go across to Piyush Mishra for more details on that. Piyush, do we know the exact time when is the Vice President going to be addressing, in fact, going to be chairing this all-party meet ahead of the second phase of budget session?
Well, Samiksha, very important meet has been called in by Vice President. Remember that he also holds the position of chairperson of Rajya Sabha, and that is why he has called the meeting of all parties. And in that particular meeting, all the Rajya Sabha leaders of all political parties, including the government and also from the opposition political parties, they will be taking part. In fact, this meeting has been called in for the smooth functioning of Rajya Sabha. Remember that during the first phase of budget session, massive ruckus had taken place over the issue of Adani inside the House. At that time, Jagdeep Dhankar had been requesting to all the floor leaders to cooperate and let the House function. And just before the commencement of the second phase of budget session, this meeting has been called in. We'll have to wait and watch what kind of discussions take place. But ahead of this meeting, we have also seen Jagdeep Dhankar coming out in open and requesting the political parties to let the House to function. In fact, yesterday itself he had hit out at Rahul Gandhi when Rahul Gandhi had gone to Cambridge, and where he claimed that the mics of the House, the Rajya Sabha have been turned off. On that, Jagdeep Dhankar had hit out and said that mics were never turned off. So the war of words continue to take place, but to have a smooth functioning of the House, this meeting has been called in. All the opposition leaders have also been asked to join this very meeting. We'll have to wait and watch who all are the political parties who are going to take part in this meet. Also, very important to point out that ahead of the commencement of a second phase of budget session, what we are also given to understand is that the issue of appointment of a few person staff of Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar being appointed in a few House committees there in Parliament, that issue can also be taken up by the opposition. In fact, Congress has already raised this issue. We'll have to see how the government is going to respond to that. But this meeting has been called in to have a smooth functioning and also have a discussion with all the floor leaders of Rajya Sabha of political parties so that House can function properly. Samiksha.
All right, Piyush, thank you for the moment. Remains to be seen if all parties do attend this meet that's been called by the Vice President. All right, to more news break coming in. This one from J&K, where another narco-terror bid has been foiled by the Indian Army in Nowshera of the LOC. The narco, in fact, we're given to understand narcotics and suspected ID has been recovered, have been recovered by the security forces in this narco-terror bid that's been foiled by the Indian Army. Let's quickly go across to Gursimran for more on that. Gursimran, do we know so far if the suspected ID is ID indeed, and when was this narco terror bid foiled by the Indian Army?
Yes, Samiksha, this is an IED. The security forces have recovered this in the Saria area of the Noshera, a line of control, and 2 kilogram of heroin along with an IED and 2 pistols have been recovered by the Indian Army. This was during a regular patrol that the Indian Army has recovered this consignment that was being pushed from across the border to the Indian side. Possibly some handler was to pick this up consignment from the Indian side and then it was to be delivered for carrying out the terror attack. Since this was a huge IED, we are told, and the security forces have also launched an investigation in the hinterland area so as to find out who was the person who was tasked to pick up this consignment. But a major tragedy has been averted because had the IED been able to deliver to the handler, this would have caused a havoc. We have seen what has transpired on 2nd of January when an IED blast took off after the killing of 5 Hindus in which 2 minors lost their life.
All right, Gursimran, thank you for the moment. So, a terror bid that's been foiled by the forces in Noshera of LOC. And a quick roundup of news and brief from the world of sports. A pivotal 113-run partnership for the second wicket between Shubham Gill and Cheteshwar Pujara took India to safety, but the hosts did not fully press home the advantage, ending day 3 at 289 with 3 wickets down against Australia in the 4th test in Ahmedabad. Star Indian batter Virat Kohli surpassed West Indies legend Brian Lara, becoming the second highest scorer against Australia in international cricket history. Indian captain Rohit Sharma on Saturday joined the list of Indian batters who have scored 17,000 runs in international cricket while scoring the 35 runs in India's first innings of the 4th and deciding test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy against Australia. Rohit reached the landmark to become only the 6th Indian batter to do so. Legendary Australian player Elsie Perry bagged under fire Royal Challengers Bangalore skipper Smriti Mandhana for not performing to a full potential in the ongoing Women's Premier League. Following a side-thumping 10-wicket win over Gujarat Giants in the Women's Premier League match, Delhi Capitals Lanning lauded Shefali Verma's explosive 50, calling it some of the best hitting he has ever seen. Skipper Temba Bavuma helped South Africa complete a 284-run victory over West Indies for a clean sweep of the 2-match series at the Wanderers in the Johannesburg on Saturday. Former South African captain and all-rounder Dane van Niekerk is likely to announce a retirement from international cricket. And coming up on the other side, we'll get you the latest on the H3N2 influenza as 2 deaths have been reported and 400 cases have come to light so far. Australian Prime Minister assures action says will not tolerate temple attacks.
ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. शाओलिन कितना टफ है?
सर बहुत टफ था. वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज. हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में. And like a dog on hand and feet, we had to crawl back the hill. Then we had to be in a squat position for at least 1 hour. और हमारी टांगें ऐसे हिल रही होती थी. And each and every part of my body was paining. It was crying. Muscles were sore. मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं.
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS Sun is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. and CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस, किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी
अच्छा
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर, इट्स अ पर्सनैलिटी।
Right, the visuals there on your screens coming in from Pakistan's Karachi, where a massive fire broke out at a high-rise building. This is a 16-story building where the fire broke out. We're given to understand that several water tankers were also called to douse the flames. More than 12 fire tenders, we're given to understand, were present at this scene of the fire trying to douse the flames, but as you can see, a massive operation is underway to douse those flames, as it's a high-rise building, a 16-story building that caught fire in Pakistan's Karachi. The details that are just trickling in of the 16-story building where the fire broke out, which is located at the Sara-e-Faisal area in Karachi. Fire brigade, of course, has been rushed in, rescue personnel on the spot to control the situation. We slip into a very short break, but on the other side, we'll continue with the live coverage and we'll get you the latest from Telangana, where Home Minister Amit Shah attends the 54th CISF Raising Day event.
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. शाओलिन कितना टफ था?
सर बहुत टफ था। वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज। हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में, एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल, देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर, और हमारी टांगें ऐसे हिल रही होती थी, एंड माई ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ माई बॉडी वॉज पेनिंग, इट वॉज क्राइंग, मसल्स वॉज सोर। मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं।
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS son is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस, किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन
कर्नल साहब? तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी
अच्छा
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप उनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम,
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स।
बिल्कुल आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है, बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना, यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
I see there are 2 pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
Prime Minister Modi on a visit to Karnataka set to inaugurate plethora of projects. In dock for Liquorgate ke Kavita, quest for 9 hours and summon again on March 16. Land for job scandal explodes, over 70 lakh cash and gold jewellery seized in ED raids. Two deaths, over 400 cases reported. Big alarm over H3N2 influenza. Australian Prime Minister shows action, says will not tolerate temple attacks. Viewers, you're watching the Republic TV, India's #1 news channel. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest this Sunday. The stage is set for the inauguration of the 10-lane Bengaluru-Mysuru highway as Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on his 6th visit to the pole-bound Karnataka. This year, the Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone for key projects and inaugurate the expressway in Hubballi, Dharwad, worth around 16,000 crores. Thereafter, at around 3:15 p.m., he will inaugurate and lay the foundation stones of various development initiatives in that area. Here's more.
Prime Minister Modi is all set to kickstart his 6th visit to pole-bound Karnataka. And in mega infra push to the state, the stage is all set for the inauguration of the plethora of projects. Beginning his visit from Mandya, the Prime Minister will first lay the foundation stones of various road projects. Moving ahead in this endeavour, Prime Minister Modi will dedicate the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway to the nation. Prime Minister Modi will also lay the foundation stone of Mysuru-Kushalnagar 4-lane highway, which will be developed at a cost of around Rs 4,130 crores and will help reduce the travel time from about 5 to only 2.5 hours. Thereafter, at around 3:15 p.m., he will head towards Hubballi, Dharwad. In Hubballi, he will dedicate IIT Dharwad to the nation. The Prime Minister will also dedicate to the nation the longest railway platform in the world. Prime Minister's presence in Mandya marks significance as it has traditionally been a JDS bastion. The BJP made inroads into this district by winning one seat during the 2019 by-polls. And it remains to be seen if BJP could manage to bring its wave in this region. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, let's go straight across to Prajwal is joining us live right now. Prajwal, the Prime Minister will inaugurate the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway today in Karnataka. We can expect many other projects to also be launched by the Prime Minister. What's happening where you are? Go ahead and tell us what can we expect as the day progresses further.
It's a massive infra push for the state of Karnataka, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving here and scheduled to go on and inaugurate developmental projects worth 17,000 crore rupees. So that is definitely quite a maximum push here. And also, for the first time after 41 years, a Prime Minister is visiting Mandya. So there in itself, it is historical significance as well. And this is always considered to be a stronghold of the JDS party. And now the BJP party is going on to make inroads into the heartland of the sugar city here in Mandya as well. Coming to the preparations here, it's a massive roadshow which is being organized for 1.8 kilometers starting from the IB circle, which will conclude at the Nanda circle. Even as my video journalist Bharat is showing across, this is exactly where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be arriving in about an hour and a half now. After which he will also be proceeding towards Gechalagere, where he will go on to address the people over there, and it is expected that a crowd of over 1 to 1.5 lakh people will be there. Especially speaking about the Bengaluru-Mysuru highway, this is supposed to be one of the maximum developmental push which would reduce the travel time of people traveling from Bengaluru to Mysuru from 3.5 hours to only 75 minutes. So there in itself, they're going on to boost the socio-economic development of the region as well. And coming and speaking about this particular motorway, it constitutes of elevated corridors, to be very precise, 8 kilometers of elevated corridors, 9 major bridges, 42 minor bridges, 64 underpasses and 11 overpasses, and 4 road over bridges as well. Right now we are standing here at the Sanjay Circle, right in the middle, where the convoy of Prime Minister Narendra Modi will pass through, where he will be passing through the Sanjay Circle and moving towards the Mahavir Circle, after which he will finally be heading towards the Nanda Circle, where the roadshow will conclude, and later from there he will be proceeding towards the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway, where he will be where he will be welcomed by troops of artists who will go on and perform the cultural arts of Karnataka, after which he will be going to Gejjalgere and symbolically going on to inaugurate the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway, apart from which he will also be inaugurating and laying the foundation stone for the Mysuru-Kushalnagar highway of 92 kilometers, developing it's being developed at a cost of over 4,000 crore rupees as well. And this particular expressway, which is 4-lane, is also expected to cut the travel time from 5 hours to 2.5 hours as well. So looking at it, connectivity is something which is key, which has always been focused by Prime Minister Narendra Modi now and again as well. And Home Minister Amit Shah also, when he did go on visit Mandya, he had made sure that the BJP this time around will go on to definitely make inroads, and therefore the message is out there by the Saffron Party, out here by the Bajpa in Karnataka, stating that in Mandya we are here to stay, and this time around we will win the assembly constituencies. Because politically, if you are looking at it, out of the 7 assembly constituencies, the BJP had opened its account in the 2019 bypolls with Narayan Gowda emerging victorious from the KR Pete assembly constituencies. But apart from which, 6 assembly constituencies went to the JDS in the 2018 assembly elections as well. So this is basically being seen as a major, push by the BJP to put out a message to the people of Mandya, stating that they are here to stay and people can go on and approach them. Apart from which, now recently, 2 days ago, we also saw the Mandya independent MP Sumalata going on extending her unconditional support to the BJP party, and she also went on to highlight the fact that Mandya district in the entire state of Karnataka is the second most benefited district because of the union schemes which has been introduced by the central government, mainly the Jal Jeevan scheme, and also the My Sugar factory, which was defunct, again was functional, and it in fact went on to provide job opportunities to several people as well. So this is something which the union government has highlighted, the leaders, central leaders had highlighted, and therefore they are stating that if they need development in Mandya and also across Karnataka, it is very instrumental to bring back the double engine government into power, and then the people can see development for themselves.
Right. And Prajwal, just take our viewers through exactly what else can we expect later, because we know that the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway is going to be a very important project for the nation. Take our viewers through exactly why it is a very important project.
Even as we are speaking, we are seeing several leaders over here. We are seeing the Kodagu-Mysuru MP, Mr. Pratap Sema, who is here along with leaders, who has come along with leaders as well. We are seeing the BJP state president, Mr. Nalin Kumar Katil, also, who is present here along with the party members, and they are making sure that all the arrangements are in place here, and they are looking at, they are looking at the laybys as to how things are going on, what are the sort of preparations that is being made here for the people as well, who are coming out in large numbers too. So this is the sort of development phase that we are seeing, and we are seeing several BJP leaders coming in. We will try to go in and have a word with the BJP state president, Mr. Nalin Kumar Katil. Sir, first and foremost, you have come here to visit the people of Mandya. What do you have to say that the Prime Minister is coming out, sir? he's going on speaking to the party workers there who are coming in large numbers, making sure that he goes on and speaks to all of them here. So that is the BJP state president Nalin Kumar Katil who is coming here speaking with his supporters, speaking with the BJP workers and the BJP cadres as well. And we are also seeing Mr. Ashwath Narayan, who is also present along with Mr. Nalin Kumar Katil here. So them going on, greeting the people, speaking to them, even as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to come here in the next 1 hour or so. And we are expecting that more number of people will be gathering shortly here as well. But all said and done, it is definitely a massive infra push here where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be coming. And also about the elevated corridor that we were speaking about. Mainly when you're looking at this particular elevated corridor, we need to look at the fact that it will reduce the travel time, but at the same point of time, it will also, it will be completely convenient for the people to travel by as well. Because initially when, this project was not there, the old expressway was there, the travel time was 3 to 3.5 hours. But now it has been reduced to flat 70 to 75 minutes. So that is something which was definitely beneficial for the people as well. And my video journalist Bharat is getting you visuals where even small kids are wearing masks of Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well. So this is definitely, people are definitely excited with the Prime Minister scheduled to arrive shortly here with the roadshow, set to begin anywhere between 11:30 to 11:40, and more people gathering to express their support for Prime Minister Narendra Modi only goes on and shows the fact that they also are, they are also excited to go on and, just get a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also wave at him before he proceeds to Gajalgere to go on and address a gathering of over 1 to 1.5 lakh people. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Prajwal, for getting us all the details. A mega infra pushed by the Prime Minister. He'll also be holding a road show very shortly and inaugurate the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway today in Karnataka. Thank you, Prajwal, and keep us ahead on the story. Let's move ahead, viewers. We're getting some breaking updates coming in. This Sunday, breaking news is coming in from West Bengal, where it is reported that stones were pelted at the Vande Bharat Express. This happened last evening. Meanwhile, Kaushik Mitra, CPRO of Eastern Railway, called it an unfortunate incident. He said that an inquiry has been ordered to investigate it. So viewers, we're getting this update coming in where we are learning that the Vande Bharat train, it has been attacked once again, pelted with stones. That's what we are learning so far. Not the first time that we are seeing this incident. In the past, we have seen many incidents where miscreants have attacked the Vande Bharat Express. Let's go ahead to Kishale, who's joining us live from the Republic Bangla newsroom. A very good morning to you, Kishale. Take our viewers through exactly what has happened, and do we know that who are these miscreants behind this stone pelting and vandalizing of the Vande Bharat train?
Well, Shivangi, exactly. This incident of stone pelting on Vande Bharat Express again raises a concern over the security of this particular train here in West Bengal. As this is not the first time, you rightly pointed out, probably the fourth time that Vande Bharat has been attacked. Stones have been pelted. As per the statement by the passengers who were inside that particular train when this train was crossing Murshidabad district, especially the area of Farakka bridge, this train was attacked by some miscreants and they pelted multiple stones, and the passengers were really scared when many of these stones came inside that particular C13 coach, and we can see on the visuals that the windows are shattered, the glasses are broken, and the stones were inside this particular coach. As per your question, whether the miscreants have been identified, well, the CPRO Kaushik Mitra has said that they have launched an investigation. The police is investigating, the railway police force is investigating, but still now we do not know about who are the people who are actually attacking or who attacked this particular time, as we also did not know in the previous times as well. The multiple times the train was attacked, investigations were launched, but we could not know that who were actually the miscreants. Again, this time the same incident happens here in West Bengal, and this raises concern about the security of the passengers of Vande Bharat. Shivangi.
All right, thank you, Kishore, for getting us all the details. So we are seeing one more incident of stones being pelted at the Vande Bharat train there in West Bengal. The visuals of that on the screen, you can see how the windows have and the window panes have been shattered because of a vandalization of the Vande Bharat Express. All right, viewers, let's go ahead and move on to some other news. At the 2023 edition of the Oscars, Indian film leading the charge is RRR. The song Natu Natu from the film is in the race for the Oscars in the original song category. Here's more.
Natu Natu,
This is the first After a landmark victory at the Golden Globes for the song Natu Natu in the Best Song Motion Picture category,
Natu in RRR. Accepting the award is M.M. Keeravani.
Director Rajamouli's Natu Natu secured 9 more nominations, winning 5 among them.
For this writing team, they win their Golden Globe tonight for their music and
Just a few days after the Golden Globe Award, the energetic song bagged the Critics' Choice Awards. Natu Natu defeated big names like Rihanna, Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift to secure this win. In February, the song won accolade yet again at the Hollywood Critics Association Awards, defeating Billie Eilish and Doja Cat. Rajamouli's RRR also secured a win in the Best International Film at the HAC Awards and several other categories.
First of all, it humbles me that I get love from so many people who think great things about me and my film. I think I can just be humbled by that love.
Natu Natu.
With so many wins against industry bigwigs, Natu Natu has the odds stacked in its favor for the much-awaited Oscars.
they win their Golden Globe.
With a strong first quarter of 2023 in terms of critical praise in the awards circuit, Natu Natu has paved a firm path for itself. An Academy Award win will add a feather to the glorious laurel. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Viewers, about to coming up on the side in dock for Liquorgate, K Kavita quiz for 9 hours and summoned again on March 16th. Two deaths, over 400 cases reported, big alarm over H3N2 influenza.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी
आपकी फौज में भी यही है डिसिप्लिन माइंड बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Bonpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Bonpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. शाओलिन कितना टफ है?
सर बहुत टफ था। वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज। हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में, एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल, देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर, और हमारी टांगें ऐसे हिल रही होती थी, एंड माई ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ माई बॉडी वॉज पेनिंग, इट वॉज क्राइंग, मसल्स वॉज सोर। मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था।
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS Sun is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस, किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन
कर्नल साहब? तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी
Viewers, welcome back. You're watching. We're live and breaking right now this Sunday, and an encounter has broken out with some miscreants in UP. A miscreant identified as Muhammad Hasim was shot in the leg. The rest of the miscreants have been identified as Muhammad Hussain, Johnny alias Rishabh, and Abhay. All of them have been arrested. Here's more.
A late night encounter broke out between miscreants and police in Uttar Pradesh's Mainpuri. According to the police officials, the accused were involved in multiple incidents of thefts in various districts of the state. The police and the local administration swung into action after they got inputs about the presence of the miscreants in the area. Notably, SP Vinod Kumar and ASP Rajesh Kumar reached the spot of the encounter after getting the information. Post-encounter, the rest of the miscreants identified as Muhammad Hussain, Johnny alias Rishabh, Kalam and Abhay have been arrested.
यहाँ पर मौके से 2 मोटरसाइकिल बरामद हुई है, 5 से अवैध असलहे बरामद हुए हैं, भारी मात्रा में कारतूस बरामद हुए हैं। इसके अलावा इन्होंने इनके कब्जे से कुछ ज्वेलरी मिली है।
Meanwhile, the injured accused has been admitted to the hospital. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Viewers, much more coming up on the other side. 2 deaths over 400 cases reported. Big alarm over H3N2 influenza.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल। आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम,
यस,
किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है। करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. शाओलिन कितना टफ था?
सर बहुत टफ था। वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज। हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में, एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल, देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर, और हमारी टांगें ऐसे हिल रही होती थी, एंड my each and every part of my body was paining, it was crying, muscles were sore। मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं।
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS Assam is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस, किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी, अच्छा, टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया, और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, they get the best, I have no problem.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम,
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स।
बिल्कुल आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है, बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना, यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट।
Hi friends, welcome to the Gaurav Arya show. I have a very special guest. Today, a person who's dedicated his life to martial arts. आप भी सोचते होंगे ना मैं कैसे कैसे गेस्ट लेकर आता हूं, लेकिन हाँ, you have to listen to this guy's story. It's an amazing story of a young man who leaves everything, who sells everything and goes off to China to train in Kung Fu and other martial arts as well. Shifu, Kanishk.
Thank you.
बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. ऐसे ही करते हैं ना बिल्कुल.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल.
This is how it is done, right?
Yeah, that's
मैंने
right.
तो मूवीज में देखा है, लेकिन आपने एक्चुअल शाओलिन देखा. आपकी कहानी क्या है? ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. ये शुरुआत आपकी कहाँ से हुई?
नटशेल में मेरा ड्राइवर रिस्पॉन्सिबल था इसके लिए. He was a martial arts fanatic. उसने मुझे मूवी दिखाई 36 चेंबर ऑफ शाओलिन. एक दिन
मैंने भी देखी कई बार.
हाँ, कई बार. मेरे फादर आए एंड ऐसी बात चल रही थी ना, so I told him I want to be a Shaolin monk. He started laughing. शायद उनको पता नहीं होगा कि आगे जाके उनका बेटा यही करने वाला था.
अच्छा.
And that's from where it started. So my driver put me into martial arts class. Karate was the first martial arts which I learned. फिर I trained into a Iranian style kung fu, जिसे kung fu तो कहते हैं. मैंने अपना culinary part भी किया और उसके बाद मैं MBA करने चला गया यूरोप. करके आया, फिर एक साल मैंने नौकरी की and passing of my father plays a very important role in me leaving for Shaolin.
Okay. So after your father's passing, which must have been very traumatic and I'm sure it's for everybody who's lost a parent, उसके बाद आपकी जर्नी शुरू होती है और आप कहते हैं कि नहीं यार मुझे तो जाना है और मुझे जो सोर्स है इसका, हम सब तो यही समझते हैं जिनको मार्शल आर्ट्स की नॉलेज नहीं है, लेकिन जो भी थोड़ा बहुत मूवीज में देखा है, पढ़ा लिखा है, इट इज अंडरस्टूड दैट एटलीस्ट फॉर कुंग फू एंड चाइनीज मार्शल आर्ट्स,
हाँ जी बिल्कुल,
शाओलिन इज द सोर्स.
बिल्कुल.
तो आप पहुंचते हैं शाओलिन कैसे पहुंच गए आप?
जो मैंने बोला कि वो फैसिनेशन मूवी से स्टार्ट हुआ.
अच्छा.
एंड देन उसके बाद जब मैं रिलायंस में था, मैंने अपनी रिसर्च की कहाँ जाना है, कैसे जाना है. अब तो पैसा नहीं था उतना, सो आई रिजाइंड. नौकरी छोड़ी, मारुति 800 थी बेच दी, सोने की चेन बेच दी, जो भी मेरे पोस्ट ऑफिस में बैंक में पैसा था सारा मैंने कलेक्ट कर लिया. एंड मैंने अपनी माँ को बोला कि मैं जा रहा हूँ. एंड शी वॉज इन अटर शॉक बिकॉज मैं 13वीं के बाद गया था, 13 दिन बाद.
अच्छा.
शी वॉज इन अटर स्टेट ऑफ शॉक कि फादर की डेथ हुई है. एंड ये मैं इसलिए किया क्योंकि मेरे फादर ने मुझको मरने से पहले जो लाइन बोली थी ना, ऑलवेज डू समथिंग विच यू लव डूइंग एंड मेक योर पैशन एज योर प्रोफेशन एंड एवरीथिंग एल्स विल फॉलो.
फिर बोझ नहीं लगता ना?
नहीं,
फिर बोझ नहीं लगता. फिर लगता है कि हाँ यार ये तो इसमें मजा आ रहा है.
हाँ, तो वो लव और पैशन मेरा हो गया प्रोफेशन. प्रॉब्लम क्या है सर, इंडिया में लोग 6 दिन काम करते हैं, वीकेंड में अपना पैशन ढूंढते हैं.
करेक्ट.
आई एम लिविंग माई पैशन 24 आवर्स फॉर लास्ट सो मेनी ईयर्स.
मैं आपको बताता हूँ, यू नो, मैंने तो आपको वैसे नहीं देखा, बट वैसे आई सीन यू ऑन टीवी एंड अदर थिंग्स, एंड मैंने यूट्यूब में भी शायद कभी देखा था. दोस्तों मैं बताता हूँ, मैं शिफू कनिष्क से पहली बार मिला था. आई मेट हिम इन SFTS, स्पेशल फोर्सेस ट्रेनिंग स्कूल नाहन है. वहाँ पे 1 पैरा SF भी है और वहाँ पे SFTS ट्रेनिंग स्कूल भी है. तो मैंने देखा कि ये नोएडा वासी वहाँ पे इंडियन आर्मी की पैरा SF को ट्रेन कर रहे हैं. तो फिर मैंने इनसे बातचीत करी, पता लगा अच्छा आप यहाँ पे हैं, मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, ये सब हमारी बातचीत थी. अब इनसे बात करते हैं कि शाओलिन कितना टफ था. फिर मैं फौज पे आता हूँ
जी.
शाओलिन कितना टफ था?
सर बहुत टफ था. अगर आप देखें कि हिंदुस्तान में जैसे आप अपने बच्चे को या किसी को भी ट्रेनिंग के लिए भेजें तो हफ्ते में 3 दिन 4 दिन 1 घंटा 2 घंटा मैक्सिमम. उसके बाद वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज़. हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था, 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में. एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल. देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर. और हमारी टांगें ऐसी हिल रही होती थी और नीचे लगी होती थी अगरबत्ती कि आप जल जाओ, नीचे बैठे, और पीछे से टीचर डंडा लेके खड़ा होता था. खड़े हो गए तो डंडा. हाँ सर, एकदम बहुत पड़े हैं हमको. और उसके बाद तो आप इमेजिन करिए, आप हफ्ते के 6 दिन इस तरीके से, और बंक बेड में सोता था, कोई लग्जरी वो नहीं था. तो एक ऐसा बंक बेड था, वो से सेपरेट नहीं थे, वो एक था, उसमें फट्टा था, उसमें कम से कम 10 लोग एक साथ सोते थे, एक की टांग दूसरे के ऊपर. सो इट वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी, यू नो. थोड़ा पैम्पर्ड था लाइफ में, यू नो. ऑल 4 जनरेशंस ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट, सब कुछ हाथ में मिला. और फिर चला गया अपनी जिद में. फिर वहाँ जाके वो कहते हैं ना, वो आटे भाव का भाव पता चल गया, भाव पता चल गया. सब कुछ लाइफ में, खाना अलग, भाषा अलग, यू नो, ट्रेनिंग. एंड माई ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ माई बॉडी वॉज पेनिंग, इट वॉज क्राइंग, मसल्स वॉज सोर. मतलब उस वक्त में कॉम्बी फ्लेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्लेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं.
अरे
इतनी बुरी, बट दैट ट्रेनिंग चेंज्ड मी। ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट ना सा माइंड ओवर मैटर जो आपकी फौज में होता है कि गोली लगने के बाद भी आप लोग लड़ते हैं देश के लिए, वो कोई सिविलियन वो समझ नहीं सकता। क्या हम लोग घर बैठ के ताली बजा देते हैं? हम यहाँ बैठे हैं क्योंकि आप लोग वहाँ खड़े हुए हैं। ये सच है। ये लोग, बहुत लोग ये डायलॉग बोलते हैं, बट इट इज़ ट्रू। आप लोग हट जाएं तो फिर आप किसी सिविलियन को भेजिए बंदूक पकड़ा के। एक कान के पास से जब गोली निकलती है ना तब पता चलता है। तो वो फिटनेस से भी ज़्यादा ऊपर ना जो यहाँ पे चाहिए ना वो देता है शावलिन।
ये यू नो वन ऑफ आवर इंस्ट्रक्टर्स यूज्ड टू से दैट ताकत ना यहाँ पे नहीं होती, यहाँ पे होती है। सो ये बड़ा पुराना फौजी डायलॉग है। एंड दिस आई वाज मेंशनिंग बिफोर द शूट आल्सो ना, जैसे ब्रूस ली ने बोला था कि इट्स मैंने कोई ब्रूस ली की डॉक्यूमेंट्री देखी थी, इफ इट ऑन यूट्यूब आई सॉ वेयर ही सेज दैट यू नो द रियल स्ट्रेंथ इज हियर एंड यू से नो कि इट्स द माइंड, मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ इज he said mental strength is this thing, you know, more powerful than physical strength. मैंने ब्रूस ली का एक saying सुनी थी। अच्छा एक बात बताइए, फिर आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस and जितनी भी special forces हैं, किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने का?
सर मैं उनको अपने एल्डर ब्रदर की तरह मानता हूँ एंड ही इज रिटायर्ड नाउ एंड कर्नल साहब। तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO ऑफ 6AR। उन्होंने शायद इस यंग पर्सन में कुछ देखा और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुखरी ट्रेन करो, बिकॉज ही न्यू आई वॉज वेरी गुड एट इट। तो मैं वहाँ से ट्रेन करके उनको आया, फिर मैंने नोएडा पुलिस स्टार्ट की। समहाउ जो मेरे ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, बिकॉज सर अनआर्म्ड कॉम्बैट एक्चुअली अगर आप तो फौजी हैं, अनआर्म्ड कुछ होता ही नहीं है आपके फौज में, एवरीथिंग इज आर्म्ड। सो मेरा कहना ये है कि मैं किसी मार्शल आर्ट्स के बारे में बुरा नहीं बोल रहा। जैसे हर चीज़, पानी का अपना महत्व है, कॉफ़ी का अपना महत्व है, खाने का अपना महत्व है, इसी तरह फौज के लिए मार्शल आर्ट्स एक बहुत स्पेशलाइज्ड कोर्स है। आप विद अ कमांडो लोड, विद अ गन, विद अ स्लिंग, विद अ पिट्ठू, आप वो नहीं कर सकते जो आप MMA केज में करते हो। आप हाई किक्स नहीं मार सकते। आप अगर अपने कमांडोज को बेयरफुट ट्रेनिंग कराते हो और काता कराते हो, वो कौन सी जगह काता करने वाला है? यू नो, ही विल बी फाइटिंग विद ऑल द लोड्स, सो ही शुड बी ट्रेन्ड थ्रू आउट विद द कमांडो लोड एंड ही शुड बी ट्रेन्ड फर्स्ट टू फाइट विद हिज गन, देन टू फाइट विद अ गन जिसका चेंबर अटक जाए, यू कैन यूज दैट एज अ वेपन। और जब कुछ नहीं हो देन ही फाइट्स विद द नाइफ विच इज अ थर्ड वेपन। और जब नाइफ नहीं हो तब एम्प्टी हैंड आना चाहिए। बल्कि आप जो फौज में जो पहले से ट्रेनिंग चल रही थी वो उल्टी चल रही थी अगर आप देखें तो जी। वो मैंने चेंज किया। तो आई वेंट टू फिलीपींस एंड आई गॉट द सिस्टम कॉल्ड पिकीरी टर्शिया काली, जिसका नाम ही है क्लोज क्वार्टर किलिंग।
ये SF वाले वही तो करते हैं?
हाँ जी सर। वो मैंने इंडिया में इंट्रोड्यूस
मुझे सिर्फ काली याद है। हाँ। मुझे पूरा कभी मैं प्रोनाउंस नहीं कर पाता।
इसका भी कनेक्शन इंडिया से। काली इज इंडियन गॉडेस ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन।
अच्छा।
फिलीपींस वाज रूल्ड बाय द इंडियन श्री विजयन एम्पायर फॉर अ लॉन्ग ईयर्स, सो दे फॉलोड द फिलॉसफी ऑफ काली।
अच्छा, तो विजयनगर एम्पायर?
हाँ, श्री विजयन एम्पायर। सो कालिस इन फिलीपींस मींस ब्लेड, बिकॉज जो उनकी लैंग्वेज है बबायन इज फ्रॉम संस्कृत। जैसे हम लोग बोलते साबुन, जैसे सबून, हम लोग बोलते तौलिया, जैसे तौलिया। तो अगर आपको बहुत सिमिलैरिटी मिलेगी उस कल्चर में।
अच्छा अच्छा।
हाँ, तो कालिस इज ब्लेड। तो वो पिकीरी टर्शिया काली इज फॉलोड इन मोर देन 70 कंट्रीज एंड इन 70 कंट्रीज, स्पेशली इन आर्म फोर्सेस, ऑल इलीट SF, यू नो, काउंटर टेरर फोर्सेस। वो मैं इंडिया में लेके आया, वो मैंने इंट्रोड्यूस किया। उसके बाद रिसेंटली मैं लेके आया सर इंडिया रैपिड असॉल्ट टैक्टिक्स, जो आपके डेवग्रू हैं, सील टीम 6 वो फॉलो करती थी। सो आई वेंट टू पॉल वुनाक, हु इज अ सेकंड जनरेशन स्टूडेंट ऑफ ब्रूस ली।
Okay.
So I am his official instructor head for India. वो मैंने पैरा SF में और आपके 52 SAG में इंट्रोड्यूस किया।
ये एंटी हाईजैक वाले?
हाँ, काउंटर हाईजैक सर।
काउंटर हाईजैक वाले।
तो इस तरीके से मैं शाओलिन इंडिया पहली बार लेके आया, पिकीटी इंडिया लेके आया, रैट इंडिया लेके आया मैं।
I have my coursemate, you know, पैरा SF का, जब उसने पहली बार ये something काली, तो मुझे काली याद रहा
जी।
Then he says कि this is what we do.
हाँ।
And then उसने बोला और उसके बाद वो बोल के तो भूल गया।
हाँ।
So then I met you in नाहन ना, जब मैंने आपको देखा नाहन में, वो पैरा SF वालों को आप ट्रेन कर रहे थे, ये वो किक्स पता नहीं क्या क्या
नाइफ
चल रहा था, नाइफ ट्रेन और ये सब चल रहा था वहाँ पे।
आप विजिट पे आए थे?
हाँ। Then I तो नाहन पे। अच्छा, so आपने मूवीज में भी करा है ना?
जी सर।
तो आप शुरू में मूवी का ब्रेक, एक तो आपने दूरदर्शन वाली स्टोरी बनाई थी, आपने बताया था मुझे कि दूरदर्शन में करा था, लेकिन बॉलीवुड में कैसे एंट्री हुई?
सर क्रेडिट गोज टू नेशनल ज्योग्राफिक। तो वो 7 डेडली आर्ट्स विद अक्षय कुमार एक प्रोग्राम आया था जो इंडियन वर्जन था 7 डेडली आर्ट्स का, जो एनजीसी की बहुत बड़ी सीरीज़ थी। तो उसमें उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि आप अक्षय कुमार को ट्रेन करिए,
अच्छा,
इन शाओलिन कुंफू एंड इन मुए थाई एंड अदर थिंग। तो मैंने उनके लिए शो स्क्रिप्ट भी किया, एपिसोड्स उनको हेल्प की। वो शो बहुत बड़ा हिट हो गया। और उसके बाद एक दिन मैं जीके में मेरा स्टूडियो था सर, मैं वहाँ सिखा रहा था, तो मुझे फ़ोन आया, सर हाई कैन आई स्पीक टू कनिष्क। मैंने कहा हाँ जी बोल रहा हूँ। सर हाई दिस इज़ फरहान। तो मैंने फ़ोन काट दिया, मुझे लगा कि कोई प्रैंक मार रहा है मेरे ऊपर। वो मेरे पास फिर से फ़ोन आया, सर दिस इज़ फरहान अख्तर स्पीकिंग। तो मैंने कहा अच्छा लगता है सीरियस है।
अच्छा सीरियस है।
हाँ, देन ही सेड कि हम डॉन के लिए ऐसे ऐसे कर रहे हैं एंड वी नीड समवन जिसको मल्टीपल मार्शल आर्ट्स आते हैं, बिकॉज नाउ आई थिंक आई एम द ओनली इंडियन हु स्पेशलाइजेस इन 8 डिफरेंट मार्शल आर्ट्स। सो ऑब्वियसली आई डोंट काउंट जो मैं प्रैक्टिस नहीं करता, तो मैं वो नहीं बोलूँगा। So Shaolin Kung Fu, Wing Chun, Pikiri Tertia Kali, Balintawak, San Miguel Eskrima, Tai Chi and Muay Thai Chaya, which is followed by the bodyguards of the king of Thailand. So
Muay Thai?
Yeah, Muay Chaya.
Muay Chaya.
Yeah, Muay Thai is a sports.
Muay Thai is sports.
Chaya was followed by the bodyguards of the king to protect him.
अच्छा, ये इसके भी मैंने मूवी देखी है। अच्छा, मैंने सारी मूवीज देखी हैं।
हाँ.
I have not moved a muscle in my life.
हाँ.
Apart from training and in the forge, but this I've seen lot of elbows and
yes, हाँ जी सर,
ये करके
हाँ, so close quarters, तो it's for distraction। और rapid assault tactics जो मैंने आपको बताया।
अच्छा,
तो ये 8 मार्शल आर्ट्स में इंडिया में लेके आए हैं। I'm the one who got them in India।
अच्छा, so what are you doing now? आजकल किसको ट्रेन कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं?
सर
आपका स्कूल है उत्तराखंड में?
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली लास्ट मैंने डिस्कवरी के लिए प्रोजेक्ट किया था।
अच्छा,
ये इंडियाज अल्टीमेट वॉरियर विद विद्युत, सो आई वाज वन ऑफ द मेंटर फॉर दैट। तो उनका शो किया था एंड वो मैं बात आपकी कंप्लीट कर देता हूँ पहले। तो वो उसके बाद मेरे को डॉन मिली, शाहरुख ने बुलाया।
अच्छा,
हाँ, तो ही आस्क्ड मी टू कोरियोग्राफ। फिर वो सिलसिला सर मूवीज़ का चालू हो गया। फिर मैंने कपल ऑफ फिल्म्स की, 24 सीज़न 1, माधुरी दीक्षित के लिए गुलाब गैंग, अभिषेक। सो आई वर्क विद ऑल द स्टार्स। सो मैं अपनी मर्जी से करता हूँ, बट नाउ डेज आई फोकस ऑन 2 थिंग्स सर। एक, मेरा अपना रेजिडेंशियल स्कूल है, विच इज़ इंडियाज़ फर्स्ट रेजिडेंशियल मार्शल आर्ट स्कूल, विच इज़ कॉल्ड स्कूल ऑफ कॉम्बैटिव आर्ट्स। वो नैनीताल में, पंगौट के पास। तो वहाँ पे आई हैव अ कैपेसिटी ऑफ 45 to 50 पीपल टू स्टे एंड ईट। वो बनाया मैंने इसलिए था बिकॉज ताकि सिविलियंस या फौजी लोग जो मेरे से ट्रेनिंग करना चाहते हैं, दे कैन एक्चुअली कम स्टे विद मी देयर एंड ट्रेन। तो मैं भी वहीं रहता हूँ अपने स्कूल में, और कोई भी आके, जैसे अभी आए हुए हैं लॉट ऑफ फॉरनर्स देयर स्टेइंग।
अच्छा,
तो वो है। प्लस आई ट्रैवल अ लॉट सर। मेरी आई हैव माई ब्रांचेज इन स्वीडन, US, कैनेडा, Thailand, Hong Kong, so I have branched out, so they are my official branches, so I travel a lot.
So it's all over the world?
Yeah, it's all over the world. और मेरी अपनी कंपनी है सर, K Combatives Training and Consultancy Private Limited, which gives training.
अच्छा, एक बात बताइए ना, I was talking to Israelis, so they have something called Krav Maga.
हाँ जी सर।
How is that? मैंने देखा है दूर से, but you're the expert, आप बता पाएंगे बेहतर?
सर, दोनों मार्शल आर्ट्स, जैसे एक आप हैं, एक मैं हैं, दोनों लोग एक ही चीज़ करते हैं, तरीका अलग है जाने का। क्राव मागा इज़ मोर एम्प्टी हैंड ओरिएंटेड सिस्टम विच इज़ बेस्ड ऑन सेल्फ डिफेंस, कि कोई अगर चाकू से मारे तो मैं बचाऊंगा। वेयर एज काली इज़ अ ब्लेड बेस्ड सिस्टम। फिलीपींस में सर 80% किलिंग इज डन बाय नाइफ। इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेंजरस कंट्री टू ट्रैवल।
अच्छा,
हाँ, मेरे ऊपर भी स्टैबिंग हो चुकी है।
वो कौन था बेचारा जो आपके सामने
हाँ सर,
स्टैबिंग करना है?
वो मरा। बट आई ऑलवेज कॉल दिस नाइफ फाइट, बी रेडी टू गेट कट।
हाँ,
मैं बच गया। He got knocked out. It is years of training which happened, but nonetheless, we start with blades, then we go to empty hand. और जो हम नाइफ से करते हैं वही हम हाथ से करते हैं, तो हमको 2 चीज़ नहीं सीखनी पड़ती। अभी क्या होता है जनरल मार्शल आर्ट्स में, आप पहले एम्प्टी हैंड सीखते हो, फिर आखिरी में आपको वेपन सिखाते हैं। बट ये फौज के लिए गड़बड़ है, फौज का काम ही वेपन है। इसलिए काली ज़्यादा सूट करता है मुझे लगता है, बिकॉज वी स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली विद द वेपन्स जो वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, and then you go to empty hands.
Kali is blade based.
Yeah, blade based system. And the blade. So if you have a blade in your hand and you go 1 and 2, so in empty hand you also do the same thing. So you don't have to learn
without
2 different method.
Yeah.
So you just transfer immediately.
You're saying the motion is similar.
Yeah, ball pen है तो भी आप ऐसे ही चलाएंगे, मोबाइल फोन है तो भी आप ऐसे ही चलाएंगे।
क्या हमारी ऑडियंस को आइडियाज दे रहे हैं?
नहीं,
बच्चे बोलेंगे
विमेन सेफ्टी,
obviously.
हाँ, so दोनों अच्छे हैं। मैं कभी किसी चीज़ को बुरा नहीं बोलता, बट दोनों की अपनी जगह। आजकल तो फौज दोनों सीखते हैं, क्रैव मागा भी सीखती है, काली भी सीखती है। तो as long as our soldiers are safe, they get the best, I have no problems.
हाँ, अच्छा, मेरा आपसे एक और सवाल है ना कि I would like to take you back to Shaolin.
हाँ जी सर।
मेरा एक खुद मेंटल फैसिनेशन है
जी।
अच्छा, हम दोनों ने एक ही पिक्चर देखी।
हाँ जी।
ठीक है।
हाँ जी।
आप शाओलिन चले गए, मैं नोएडा आ गया, ठीक है ना, ये बस ये फर्क है, ठीक है ना, बाकी सब ऐसे है। पिक्चर 36 चेंबर ऑफ शाओलिन मैंने कितनी बार देखी होगी, आई डोंट रिमेंबर। सो इट्स अ फैसिनेटिंग थिंग। हाउ क्लोज इज दैट मूवी टू रियल लाइफ?
सर ट्रेनिंग बहुत टफ है, बट जो उसमें चेंबर्स थे वो अब नहीं है, बिकॉज शाओलिन टेम्पल बर्न हुआ था, जल गया था, दोबारा रिकंस्ट्रक्ट हुआ।
पर एक जमाने में चेंबर्स होते थे।
हाँ थे पहले, ओके, उसके बाद वो सदर्न शाओलिन बना, उसके बाद तो दे नाउ दे आर 5 शाओलिन टेम्पल्स, बिकॉज जब वो जला तो डिफरेंट मंक्स ट्रैवल टू डिफरेंट प्लेसेस। क्वांजाओ में एक है, फुजियन में एक शाओलिन टेम्पल है, बट हेनान का मेन शाओलिन टेम्पल,
हेनान वाला ओरिजिनल है,
ओरिजिनल शाओलिन टेम्पल है। नॉर्दर्न शाओलिन वी कॉल द नॉर्दर्न फीट एंड द सदर्न हैंड्स।
अच्छा,
तो जो विंगचुंग है वो भी शाओलिन से निकला है, बट इट्स अ क्लोज क्वार्टर, और लोग कंफ्यूज कर जाते हैं। एक्चुअली विंगचुंग वाज अ सिस्टम व्हिच वाज बेस्ड ऑन अ विमेन। इट वाज टॉट टू एनजीमुई वाज अ शाओलिन नन, जिसने ये सिस्टम दिया एक लड़की को, जिसको एक लोकल लैंडलॉर्ड तंग करता था, जबरदस्ती शादी करना चाहता था। तो इस शाओलिन मंक ने, लेडी थी, उसने इस लड़की को सिखाया।
अच्छा।
और जब उस लड़की ने उस आदमी को हरा दिया तो उसने एक दिन पूछा कि आपने मुझे क्या सिखाया, तो शी सेड जस्ट गिव योर नेम। तो उस लड़की का नाम था विंगचुंग, उसने अपना नाम दे दिया विंगचुंग कुंफू, वहाँ से वो फेमस हुआ। सो बहुत अच्छी चीज़, इससे एक चीज़ समझ आती है दैट मार्शल आर्ट्स इज नॉट अबाउट a stronger guy to bully a weaker guy. It's about a weaker person to be able to defend himself against a stronger man. और सबसे बढ़िया चीज़ जो सर आपने बोली, माइंड, the biggest weapon in life which I've learned in martial arts is your tongue. When to speak, where to speak, how to speak. कब, कहाँ, कैसे, किससे क्या बात करनी है, यह आपको लड़ाई करने से भी बचाती है और लाइफ में बहुत प्रॉब्लम से भी बचाती है।
तो ये जो आप मार्शल आर्ट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, when to speak, how to speak, in front of whom to speak, how much to speak, ये तो नॉर्मल लाइफ लेसन्स
नहीं सर, लाइफ लेसन तो है,
हाँ,
लेकिन जो ट्रेनिंग आपकी आर्मी में होती है,
हाँ,
जो हम लोग शाओलिन में करते हैं,
हाँ,
टू हैव दैट कंट्रोल ओवर बॉडी एंड माइंड, वो ट्रेनिंग से आता है सर। अदरवाइज गुस्सा और हाथ छोड़ना तो आजकल कॉमन हो गया है,
हाँ,
कि एक आदमी ने गाली दी, मैंने दूसरी गाली दी, मैंने हाथ छोड़ दिया।
हाँ,
बट ये ट्रेनिंग कि मुझे पता है कि मैं कितना उस आदमी को पेन दे सकता हूँ,
हाँ,
और उसके बाद आई विल चूज नॉट टू गिव दैट पेन टू दैट पर्सन, makes me a better. So we are called fighting gentlemen.
Explain this to me.
Okay. So for example, if he abuses me,
हाँ,
so I'll give you a very common example जो मैं सब बच्चों को देता हूँ। 2 ईंट लीजिए, मार दीजिए, टूट जाएंगे?
टूट जाएंगे।
एक कॉटन का इतना बड़ा सैक ले लीजिए और ईंट ले लीजिए। अब आप रुई को ईंट पे मारो, ईंट को रुई में मारो, रुई को कुछ नहीं होता सर। मोबाइल लीजिए, जमीन पे गिराइए, मोबाइल टूट जाएगा। वही मोबाइल को आप सोफे में गिराएंगे, वो बाउंस कर जाएगा।
हाँ,
दैट इज द रिलेशनशिप। आप मेरे बड़े भाई हैं,
हाँ,
आपको मेरे पे गुस्सा आया, आपने मुझे गाली दी, मैंने आपको थप्पड़ मार दिया, आप मुझे 4 थप्पड़ और मारेंगे,
हाँ,
और मगर मैंने आपको बोल दिया ब्रदर आई एम सॉरी, तो आप मुझे हक कर लेंगे।
हाँ,
ये लाइफ का जो प्रिंसिपल है, हार्ड एंड सॉफ्ट, दैट सॉफ्ट इज ऑलवेज स्ट्रॉन्गर देन हार्ड। स्टोन पेपर सीजर सब खेलते हैं,
हाँ,
तो पेपर कैसे जीत जाता है स्टोन से? क्यों जीतता है आज तक कभी किसी ने सोचा ही नहीं, क्यों जीतता है पेपर? सॉफ्ट इज वे स्ट्रॉन्गर सर। सॉफ्ट की जो पावर है, वो महात्मा गांधी सॉफ्ट थे, हार्ट को जीत के देश आजाद करा दिया सर उस आदमी ने। दैट इज अ पावर। सो व्हेन अ हैवी फोर्स कम, आपने मेरे पे गोली चलाई, तो मूवी थोड़ी सनी देओल की मैं सामने सीना चौड़ा करके खड़ा हो जाऊंगा। आई हाइड, आई लेट दैट फोर्स गो एंड देन आई फायर बैक। दैट इज अ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फाइटिंग ऑल्सो।
बट टेल मी समथिंग, आप ये कह रहे हैं कि जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है और जो मैंने पढ़ा है, आप वही बात कह रहे हैं जो मैंने पढ़ा है, और कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा, आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम,
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स।
बिल्कुल
जी,
आपकी फौज में भी यही है। डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है, बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट। दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। दिस इज द वेपन। सड़क चलते जस्ट बिकॉज आई एम अ शीफू एंड आई नो आई कैन बीट दिस गाय, उसने गाली दी तो मेरे को ये तो बनता नहीं कि मैं उठा के उसे मार दूं। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
मैं बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। तो यू नो शिफू कनिष्क, आपने जो बोला ना दोस्तों, जैसे मैं इनको बता रहा था ना, पिक्चरें दोनों ने वही देखी हैं, इन्होंने भी वही देखी, मैंने भी वही देखी। ये पहुंच गए शाओलिन और भाई हम पहुंच गए नोएडा। लेकिन फैक्ट ऑफ द मैटर इज, जो सीखना है, मार्शल आर्ट्स इज नॉट मेंट टू बुली। आप किसी को दबाएं इसलिए शाओलिन कुंफू नहीं है, कोई भी मार्शल आर्ट इसलिए नहीं है। वो इसलिए कि आप अपने आप को बचा सकें, and I think also morally and ethically to do the right thing.
Exactly.
ये बहुत बड़ा
सबसे बड़ा पॉइंट बोला. आजकल क्या होता है सर, किसी लड़की को इफ्टीज होती है, 10 लड़के निकाल के मोबाइल फोन रिकॉर्डिंग करने लगते हैं. उनमें से एक की हिम्मत नहीं होती कि जाके स्टेप इन करे. Now if you're a martial artist, whether you train MMA or judo, I don't care, you should have the guts to go and do the right thing.
Right.
वो right thing करने से लोग घबराते हैं सर.
Correct. So Shifu Kanishk, thank you very much. ऐसे.
हाँ जी, thank you sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
दोस्तों, matter of great honor and privilege, we have a 24-carat Shaolin, kung fu master in front of us, and he's told us काफी कुछ चीजें शिफू कनिष्क ने हमें बताई. He was the first one who got this Shaolin fighting skills, Shaolin kung fu to India. तो पहले शिफू हैं ये जो भारत में ये लेकर आए चीन से. दोस्तों, ये प्रोग्राम देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, और गौरव आर्या शो देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. अगले हफ्ते फिर आऊंगा. I'll come back again next week and bring you another special guest. Till then, have a great weekend.
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS son is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस. किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी.
अच्छा.
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो. जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया, और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा. एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, they get the best, I have no problem.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो.
सर, इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम.
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स.
बिल्कुल. आपकी फौज में भी यही है. डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू. आपके पास गन है, बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना. यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट. दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग. सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से.
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
ये शाओलिन का मामला, ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का, whether it's kung fu, whether it's other martial arts that you've learned so many. शाओलिन कितना टफ है?
सर बहुत टफ था। वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज। हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है, उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में, एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल, देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर, और हमारी टांगें ऐसे हिल रही होती थी, एंड my each and every part of my body was paining, it was crying, muscles were sore। मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी, कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं।
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS Sun is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी। अच्छा। टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया, और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, they get the best, I have no problem.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम,
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स।
बिल्कुल। आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है, बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट। दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
I see there are 2 pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
But right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
I see there are 2 pictures.
Viewers, a very good morning. You're watching Republic TV, India's #1 news network. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the top updates this Sunday. Let's start with the headlines we're tracking right now. Prime Minister Modi on a visit to Karnataka today is set to inaugurate plethora of projects. Vande Bharat targeted for the 5th time, 3rd time in West Bengal. Probe ordered into the attack. Concern over rising H3N2 cases, 2 deaths, over 400 cases reported. Centre seeks more surveillance. Key annual RSS meet begins, focus on social harmony, developing sense of self-reliance among people. Land for Jobs scandal explored. ED says 1 crore rupees seized, 600 crore detected in proceeds of crime. After PM Modi raises issue, Albanese assures Australia will not tolerate attacks on religious places. Let's start with some breaking updates coming in. Now, this is information in connection with Umesh Pal murder case. According to the sources, a special team of Uttar Pradesh police and STF has been sent to Gujarat to interrogate Atiq Ahmed, who's lodged in the Sabarmati jail. A police team from Prayagraj and STF team are also left for Gujarat. So we are getting these back-to-back updates coming in. And what we know so far is that a special team of the police and STF, they have now gone to Gujarat, viewers. That's big news coming in. And this is coming in the Umesh Pal murder case. Remember that Atiq Ahmed is one of the very big suspects in this case. And we're getting to know that more details are coming in on the story. What we know, the police team has left from Prayagraj and STF team has left for Gujarat. Let's go ahead to Vivek, who's joining us as well. Vivek, just take our viewers through what we can expect next. It's a big development coming in, Vivek.
बिल्कुल, देखिए 24 तारीख को जब से उमेश पाल की हत्या हुई थी, उसके बाद से लगातार इस बात का जिक्र हो रहा था कि अतीक अहमद का इसमें हाथ हो सकता है, और इसके बाद अतीक से लगे में पूछताछ की बात निकल के सामने आ रही थी। और अब एसटीएफ की जो स्पेशल टीम है और जो प्रयागराज पुलिस है, वो प्रयागराज से रवाना हुई है गुजरात के लिए, साबरमती जेल के लिए। और वहाँ पर साबरमती जेल में जो बंद है माफिया अतीक अहमद, उससे वहाँ पर ये टीम जाकर के पूछताछ करेगी। अब प्रयागराज की पुलिस टीम, इसके साथ साथ जो एसटीएफ की स्पेशल टीम है वो गई हुई है। तकरीबन 5 ऐसे ऑफिसर्स हैं जिनको वहाँ पर भेजा गया है, और वहाँ पर वो पहुँच करके अतीक अहमद से पूछना करेंगे कि जिस तरीके से ये पूरी की पूरी हत्या प्लान हुई थी, उसमें ये कहा जा रहा है कि अतीक अहमद की तरह पर ये सब कुछ हुआ था और अतीक अहमद की जानकारी में ये सब कुछ हुआ था। तो क्या चीजें रही, किस तरीके से प्लानिंग हुई, इन तमाम चीजों को लेकर के पूछताछ करने के लिए टीम पहुंच रही है। और टीम के पहुंचने के बाद पूछताछ के बाद कुछ है भी और खुलासे हो सकते हैं।
Right. And the Umesh Pal murder case, in fact, Atiq Ahmed's lawyer has been speaking about the encounter threat to halt move to UP jail for Atiq Ahmed. So we are seeing that multiple details are coming out because this case has already gone on the top court. And his lawyer has filed a petition. But what are the other suspects in this case right now, Vivek?
देखिए, सस्पेक्ट की बात की जाए तो सिर्फ एक व्यक्ति की गिरफ्तारी हुई है, 2 व्यक्तियों का एनकाउंटर में उनकी मौत हो गई है। इसके अलावा जो 10 नामजद थे उसके बाद 4 और लोगों के खिलाफ नामजद उनको किया गया है। इसमें 2.5 लाख के इनाम पैसे हुए थे 5 लोग के खिलाफ। उसके बाद कल अपनी पत्नी शाइस्ता परवीन के भी नाम 25,000 का इनाम होगा, क्योंकि हमने देखा था कि एक वीडियो कल जिस तरीके से रिपब्लिक ने चलाया था कि 24 तारीख से 5 दिन पहले यानी कि 19 फरवरी को शाइस्ता परवीन भी एक शूटर के साथ देखी जा सकती है। तो कुल मिलाकर के क्या ये पूरी की पूरी फैमिली की ये पूरी प्लानिंग थी, या किस तरीके से फैमिली ने इस पूरी घटनाक्रम को कैसे प्लान किया था, ये तमाम ऐसी चीजें हैं जिसको लेकर के पुलिस जांच कर रही है। और इन तमाम चीजों में जो स्पष्ट निकल के सामने आ रहे हैं, उन सभी की धरपकड़ के लिए अलग अलग जो टीमें हैं वो बनाई गई हैं। आपको बताऊं कि जिस तरीके से अतीक अहमद खुद साबरमती जेल में बंद है, उसका भाई अशरफ बरेली जेल में बंद है, अतीक का बेटे 2 बेटे उसके अलग अलग जेलों में, जिसमें एक लखनऊ जेल और एक नैनी जेल। उसका असद एक बेटा फरार है। अतीक के 2 बेटे जो है वो इस वक्त बाल सुधार गृह में हैं। और इसके अलावा अतीक का एक और छोटा बेटा है जो अतीक की पत्नी के साथ है। तो और अतीक की पत्नी भी लगातार इस पूरी घटनाक्रम के बाद पुलिस की गिरफ्त से दूर है, फरार है। और कल उसको लेकर 25,000 का इनाम घोषित हुआ है। तो कुल मिलाकर के जो SDF की टीम है, प्रयागराज पुलिस है, वो इस पूरे केस को आज तकरीबन 18 दिन से अधिक का समय हो गया और अभी से 3 लोग पुलिस के हाथ लगे हैं। कुल मिलाकर के आने वाले समय में इसमें और गिरफ्तारियों को लेकर के कहीं ना कहीं एक्टिविटी और बढ़ेगी और चीजें देखने को मिलेंगी।
All right, thank you so much, Vivek, for joining us with all the details. So we know that this is in connection with the Umesh Pal murder case. A special team of police and STF have been sent to Gujarat to interrogate Atik Ahmed, who's lodged in Sabarmati jail. A police team from Prayagraj and STF has left for Gujarat. Vivek getting us all the details. Let's move ahead to the other story we're tracking here on Republic TV. And what we know so far is a joint team of security forces has busted a terror hideout at Upper Reaches in North Kashmir's Kupwara district and recovered a huge cache of arms and ammunitions. Some sensitive explosive material has also recovered from the hideout. So getting these back-to-back updates coming in, where we are learning a joint team of security forces busted a terror hideout at Upper Reaches in North Kashmir's Kupwara district. Let's go ahead to Zeenat, who's joining us as well. Zeenat, take our viewers through exactly what we know so far. We know that some sensitive explosive material has been recovered from the hideout. Do we even know right now that which group is suspected to be behind this terror hideout in Kupwara?
Shivani, Jammu and Kashmir police have claimed that they have recovered and unearthed rather an old dump of arms and ammunition that was recovered during the search operations carried by the J&K police in Hangankot area. This is at the upper reaches of Handwara forest area where this has been recovered. The part of the North Kashmir, the sensitive explosions have been recovered, arms and ammunition that also includes the AK-47 grenade throwers, launchers, rifles, and also the flamethrowers and other material have been recovered, although the police have also claimed that they have registered a FIR in the Wilgam police station of Handwara. This was an old dump that has now been unearthed by Jammu and Kashmir police. We have seen in recent past also many such dumps have recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, talking about the sensitivity, because this is the North Kashmir and North Kashmir, the Kupwara, or we talk about the Baramulla line of control. There has been many tracks that have been used by the infiltrators for the infiltration, or for that matter they have been carrying the arms and ammunitions. They have tried to push the arms and ammunitions, but this is what the police said, that this is an old dump of the arms and ammunitions that they have recovered during the search operation. Although the search has been concluded in this particular area, and also the FIR has been registered in Wilgam police station of Handwara, North Kashmir.
All right, thank you, Zeenat, for getting us all the details. So what we're learning so far is a joint team of security forces busted a terror hideout at Upper Reaches in North Kashmir's Kupwara district and recovered a huge cache of arms and ammunition. Thank you, Zenat, and keep us ahead on the story as we get more updates. Moving on, viewers, we're getting some more breaking updates coming in as we get you top updates on India's #1 news channel. Narco terror bid from Pakistan has been foiled by Indian Army. Now, we know this happened in Nowshera area of LOC. Narcotics and suspected IED recovered by security forces. So we're getting this big breaking update. So it's a narco terror bid which has been foiled by the Indian Army in Nowshera. That's what we're learning so far. And the visual of that on your screen as well. Those exclusive images coming in. Let's go ahead to Gursimran is joining us live. Gursimran, a very good morning to you. We are seeing the visuals of what it seems to be the substance which has been recovered by our forces. Take us through what exactly happened.
See, based on the intelligence input by the agencies, Jammu and Kashmir Police and the Indian Army, it was an Indian Army-led operation in which 2 kilograms of IED has been recovered along with the 2 pistols, 2 sophisticated pistols, possibly a Norenko, which is a Chinese manufacturer, Norenko pistols, and 2 kilograms of heroin has been recovered by the Indian Army. Important to mention that time and again, Pakistan is up to its nefarious task of pushing sophisticated weapons as well as narcotics into the Indian territory. The weapons are directly supplied to the terror groups for carrying out the terror acts, while this narcotics is sent for sale, and the proceeds, the money that is generated from the sale of narcotics is used to fuel terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. This has been modus operandi of the terror group since the major crackdown is being carried out on the funding sources of the terror groups in the Jammu and Kashmir, and that's why Red Belt Pakistan is now resorting to this, carrying out these kind of activities time and again. Now, sources within the establishment are telling us that Pakistan is desperate as the things are moving towards normalcy and peace in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and now they are resorting to these kind of tactics. 2 kilograms of IED, this was a huge IED which has the capacity to cause maximum damage, to inflict maximum damage, be it to the security forces or to the civilian population. What we saw on the 2nd of January when the terrorists planted the IED after carrying out the killing of 5 Hindus in the Dangri village of Nowshera. And this was another similar plot that they probably were planning to carry out, but due to the timely intervention of the Indian Army and the alertness of the troops that are deployed on the borders, this major tragedy has been averted by the Indian Army, and now the searches are on.
All right, Gursimran, thank you for joining us with all the details. Narcotics and IED has been recovered from Nowshera. You can see the visuals on your screen. This is Pakistan's attempt at narco terror, which has been foiled once again by our forces. Let's go ahead and see what else is making news in India. The stage is set for the inauguration of the 10-lane Bengaluru-Mysuru highway as Prime Minister Modi embarks on his 6th visit to pole-bound Karnataka today. A PM will lay the foundation stone for key projects and inaugurate the expressway in Hubballi-Dharwad region worth around 16,000 crore rupees. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao's daughter K. Kavita is being questioned by the ED in connection with the Delhi liquor policy case. Posters have emerged in Hyderabad showing leaders from different parties that have joined the BJP, and now they are not facing any agency raids. As many as 5 people, including 3 children, were charred to death after a fire broke out in a hut in UP's Kanpur. On Sunday, Satish Kumar, his wife Kajal and 3 children were sleeping when suddenly the fire broke out. The reason behind the fire is yet to be ascertained. Amidst rise in death of children due to acute respiratory infection, the BJP legislators demanded a statement on the virus from Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee about the recent deaths caused by due to the infection. Mamta is also the state health minister. Meanwhile, they also slammed the chief minister over the task force panel formation, saying that there was no pediatrician in the panel that was formed. The Vice President called an all-party meeting today. The meeting has been called before the commencement of the second phase of the budget session of Parliament. The RSS has begun its national executive meeting in Panipat district. The meet, which starts today, will end on March 14th. BJP Chief JP Nadda and party's National General Secretary are participating in the meeting. In the National Executive meeting, the RSS plans its agenda for the next 1 year. According to sources, several changes both in the RSS and the BJP may be decided in the meeting, which will be chaired by its chief, Mohan Bhagwat, and deputy chief as well. A case has been registered against a 37-year-old man identified as Ramkant, a US citizen, in a police station for allegedly smoking in the bathroom, according to Mumbai police. He was also misbehaving with other passengers on Air India London-Mumbai flight on March 11th. As per flight crew, the accused tried to open the door of the flight. He also said that he was carrying a bullet in his bag, but no such object found in his bag. Accused samples sent for examination to confirm if he was in a state of being inebriated. A case of rapid firing has come to light at the property dealer's office in Aman Vihar police station of Delhi's Rohini district. The one person died in this attack. After firing, the attacker fled from the spot. The deceased was identified as Yogesh. He succumbed to his gunshot injury in the hospital. According to the DCP, deceased Yogesh was a car mechanic who was sitting in the office of a property dealer with his friends. DCP further said that 4 to 5 people came and shot him dead. While the probe is on and suggests old enmity, further investigation is underway. Union Home Minister Amit Shah attended the 54th annual Raising Day celebration of Central Industrial Security Force. Arrived in the city on Saturday late evening. The event is held at the National Industrial Security Academy today. Gold worth 1.40 crore concealed in undergarments and footwear was seized from foreign nationals by the Mumbai Customs Department. The seizure was made from 3 foreign nationals who has arrived from Addis Ababa to Mumbai on Friday. And viewers, the stage is set for the inauguration of the 10-lane Bengaluru-Mysuru highway as Prime Minister Modi embarks on his 6th visit to the pole-bound Karnataka this year. The Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone for a key project and inaugurate the expressway as well. In fact, 6,000 crore rupees of projects will be inaugurated. And at around 3:15 p.m., he will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of various development initiatives. Let's go across to Prajwal, who's joining us live right now. Prajwal, we know that the Prime Minister will be inaugurating projects and a very, very important expressway. He will also be holding a roadshow, Prajwal, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now the countdown has already started for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to arrive out here in Mandya, where in the next 10 to 15 minutes we are expecting that the Prime Minister will shortly land at the PES College helipad, and from IB Circle his road show will start towards Nanda Circle for a stretch of 1.8 kilometers. And if you could just go across, now it's a sea of saffron out here at the Sanjay Circle in Mandya. Small kids along with their parents have also come out in large numbers as well, where we are looking at excited kids who are here in Mandya, and these small kids are coming out, and they too are waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to come here, and all of them wearing face masks of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, coming along with their parents as well. So the parents too have accompanied their kids along to go on and make sure that their kids also get a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because Prime Minister is visiting Mandya after 41 years, and this in itself is huge. It's a huge visual spectacle for the people of Mandya. Let's go across and quickly take in a word from the people who have gathered here. So first and foremost, you're looking at the Prime Minister coming here. What do you have to say about this, and how excited are your kids too? Because I see them accompanying you as well.
Actually, my kids like him very much. I am also a fan of Narendra Modi. Actually, I am working as an assistant professor in MS Ramaya, but I am from Mandya, from Melkote Kshetra. Actually, Dr. Indresh is standing over there. So we want him to win. Till now, we have seen only JDS and Congress. Nothing has been improved in Mandya. But we want some improvement, and we want BJP to come, and we want BJP to be occupy our Mandya, and we improve our Mandya. Okay, so that's what we are cheering for him. We are cheering for Modi sir. We want Modi sir to be.
How excited are your kids?
My kids are very excited. Actually, he is a big fan of Modi, and he is studying in Rashtrotana. My both kids are studying in Rashtrotana, right. And they are really like India much, so that we know that Modi is working for India, so we also look forward to him.
Right. You know, on that note, quickly going on and taking it, people would definitely go on and vote for development. But at this point of time, we are looking that more and more people are coming in. But on this note, we'll quickly slip into a short break. But live and continuous rolling coverage of Prime Minister Narendra Modi from here in Mandya, the heartland of, the heartland of Karnataka.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी
आपकी फौज में भी यही है डिसिप्लिन माइंड बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpally. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpally?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
ये शाओलिन का मामला ये मार्शल आर्ट्स का वेदर इट्स कुंग फू वेदर इट्स अदर मार्शल आर्ट्स दैट यू हैव लर्नड सो मेनी शाओलिन कितना टफ है
सर बहुत टफ था वहाँ 6 दिन 7 घंटा हर रोज हमारा पहला एक्सरसाइज होता था 1000 मीटर का पहाड़ है उसको हमको भागना पड़ता था 20 मिनट में एंड लाइक अ डॉग ऑन हैंड एंड फीट वी हैड टू क्रॉल बैक द हिल देन वी हैड टू बी इन अ स्क्वाट पोजीशन फॉर एटलीस्ट 1 आवर और हमारी टांगें ऐसी हिल रही होती थी एंड my each and every part of my body was paining, it was crying, muscles was sore. मतलब उस वक्त मैं कॉम्बी फ्रेम होती थी कॉम्बी फ्रेम ले लेके ट्रेनिंग करता था मैं
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS son is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस NSG गरुड़ मार्कोस किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन
कर्नल साहब तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी
अच्छा
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप उनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ they get the best I have no problem
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो.
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम.
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स.
बिल्कुल.
जी.
आपकी फौज में भी यही है. डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू. आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना. यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट. दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग. सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम.
यस.
किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से.
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? Where are ED?
Viewers, Union Minister Amit Shah, while addressing at the 54th annual CISF celebration, said that the Modi government now continues with its zero tolerance on terrorism. Here's more on that.
तीनों सेक्टर जो हमारे लिए बहुत चिंता का विषय, कश्मीर, नॉर्थ ईस्ट और वामपंथी उग्रवादी प्रभावित क्षेत्र, ये तीनों सेक्टरों में आज हम ये देख रहे हैं कि हिंसा बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में कम होती जा रही है. लोगों का विश्वास बढ़ रहा है और आतंकवाद और अलगाववाद फैलाने वालों की संख्या न केवल कम हो रही है, वो लोग सरेंडर होकर मेन स्ट्रीम में आ भी रहे. परंतु जिनके हाथ में हथियार है, उनके सामने कठोरता से काम करने में देश की सीएपीएफ ने बहुत बड़ा योगदान दिया है और अपनी दृढ़ता और वीरता का परिचय भी दिया. मैं आज पूरे राष्ट्र को यह भी कहना चाहता हूं कि आने वाले समय में भी हमारी सरकार की, मोदी सरकार की जीरो टॉलरेंस टुवर्ड्स टेररिज्म ये नीति चालू रहेगी. देश के किसी भी क्षेत्र के अंदर अलगाववाद, आतंकवाद और राष्ट्र विरोधी गतिविधियों को कठोरता के साथ निपटा जाएगा.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has landed in Mandya, and it will only be a short while from now where people will get to, a view of the Prime Minister over here, and shortly from now he will be taking the roadshow where thousands of people are waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi in Mandya from the heart of Karnataka.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स।
बिल्कुल।
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed. But this is a major tragedy that has been averted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The Jammu and Kashmir police senior officials are here at the spot at the ground zero. It was at around 2 in the afternoon when these grenades were recovered. This is a major tragedy that has been averted by the security forces.
Good morning, we are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's start with the top headlines this Sunday morning. Prime Minister Modi on a visit to Karnataka today set to inaugurate plethora of projects. Vande Bharat targeted for the 5th time, 3rd time in West Bengal, probe ordered into the attack. Concern over rising H3N2 cases, 2 deaths, over 400 cases reported, centre seeks more surveillance. Key annual RSS meet begins, focus on social harmony, developing sense of self-reliance among people. Land for Jobs scandal explodes. ED says 1 crore seized, 600 crore detected in proceeds of crime. After Prime Minister Modi raises issue, Albanese assures Australia won't tolerate attacks on religious places. Now, from war to peace, a book documenting lives of ex-servicemen authored by Lieutenant General S.K. Gadiok has been launched. The event, in fact, was hosted by the founder of the Amity University. Here's a special report.
On Saturday, March 11th, a book launch event was organized by Amity University's founder Ashok Chauhan. From founder to Vice Chancellor and Chief Chancellor to Major General Sharad Kapoor to veteran army servicemen, several people have marked their presence in this mega book launch. The book, titled From War to Peace, authored by Lieutenant General S.K. Gadiok, AVSM, was launched in this event. The book basically talks about how retired and ex-servicemen can still be placed advantageously somewhere specifically for rural development. And the man himself graced the event and took the moment to thank people who have supported him throughout.
What it means, please note it down. Your founder president is the titan of edification. Now this book today is most affectionately dedicated to my wife, Sonia, that is Sonalika Gadyok.
The ex-servicemen shared their thoughts on the book in this event.
He's also created a city. And I was once in conversation with him, and he was telling me that how the fundamentals of leadership that were brought to bear on him in the military has been his guiding force. Look after your staff, look after your team, follow your aim, have an aim plus, and there should always be a list of could do and should do.
The university founder Ashok Chauhan too addressed the event and shared his experience.
I've seen each one of my defense officers, these 500 for police also. The other day I was telling Jalgadio is a sharpshooter. They didn't know who is at what position. Is it NSG or it is SPG or it is in CISF or BSF? I don't know. Sharpshooter. I tell him a thing in 10 minutes done. That is I call sharpshooter. You don't mind to be sharpshooter. Now I will tell students why I have handpicked you, because this area for the development of rural areas.
And Republic exclusively spoke to the author of the book. Lieutenant General S.K. Gadyok further detailed about his book.
I think that the kinds of governance attributes which are given in the last chapter, that is citizens' approach, I think if everyone reads it, not only India will become Swachh, India will deliver and attain salvation as a developed country, as the most powerful superpower in the world.
Your vision will surely come into action, sir, and we're so sure about it. It has actually come into action. That was Lieutenant General retired Gadyok, sir, talking to us on his book launch event today, From War to Peace. A book for every nation, every citizen to must read, to contribute for the nation as a whole. This is Tanisha Avasti with Vijay Bhisham reporting from Noida for Republic TV.
It's countdown to Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving. The roadshow has already started, and in the next 2 minutes, we are expecting that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be here passing through thousands of people. On this note, we'll also quickly slip into a short break, but live and rolling coverage on the other side. Stay tuned.
Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can K. Kavita or Manish Sisodia take?
Karnataka and MLS son is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLS. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it?
आप इंडिया आते हैं and then you start special forces, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस. किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी.
अच्छा.
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो. जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा. एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at?
Our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking We will work with them. KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is a understanding.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो.
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम.
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स.
बिल्कुल. आपकी फौज में भी यही है. डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू. आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना. यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट. दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग. सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से.
I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds, and you are seen in that picture along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused. Do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
A few of them I know, I might have known. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power.
Right now we are in the Kheri area that falls in the Garota police station, where 5 HE-36 grenades were recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, out of which 3 have been destroyed, 2 are yet to be destroyed.
We are looking at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has arrived in Mandya, and the roadshow has already begun out here, where hundreds, thousands of people who are standing here, and the roadshow has begun from the IB circle, where next he will be arriving at the Sanjay circle shortly, and then he will be proceeding towards the Nanda circle out here. You can also go on, look at the visuals now that he did land at the PS College helipad before arriving at the IB circle out there. Shortly, we are expecting that he will be passing here right through the Sanjay circle, even as people are readying with flowers to go on and shower petals on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who will be going on and inaugurating the Bengaluru-Mysuru highway, the 10-lane express road corridor, which has been constructed at a cost of over 8,000 crore rupees, even as there are chants behind me with people going on screaming Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi's name out here in the sugar city of Mandya. And we are also seeing people from across all stratas of the society, from across all age groups, have come in thousands of numbers, as well as he will be finally moving towards the much awaited inauguration of the Bengaluru-Mysuru express highway, which is expected to cut down the travel time by over half its time, with only 70 minutes from Bengaluru to Mysuru. And this particular highway has been constructed at a cost of over 8,400 crore rupees, mainly in 2 phases. The first phase itself costed around 2,428 crore rupees, after which the land acquisition cost for it was over 4,000 crore rupees, and again for the second phase it was over 2,300 crore rupees, all coming to an estimate of 8,004 crore rupees as well. And now we are looking at Prime Minister Narendra Modi's convoy slowly moving from the IB circle towards the Sanjay circle, even as people wait for him here in thousands in number. And also more of significantly, the Mandya district has always been considered to be a bastion of the JDS, but this time around, the saffron surge is definitely to be seen here, because the people clearly went on and stated that all these years we have gone on, voted for the regional parties here, but there has been no sort of development. But this time around, we believe in the double engine government, and therefore we would want Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government to come in, Chief Minister Baturaj Bommai's government to come in